In this video, I'll show you how to create movie credits inside KineMaster. Just like my last tutorial, this one was inspired by a comment on my YouTube channel, so thank you to everyone that's been commenting, and please leave me more. So let's say you just finished your epic movie about a spaceship that destroys planets, and you're going to transition to the credits with a circle wipe because that's what George Lucas would do. And so you're ready to bring on your credits, but you don't have any. What do? I thought a lot about how to make credits inside KineMaster, and I actually decided that the text tool inside KineMaster may not be the best approach for this. So I actually used a free Android app called PixelLab. When you first open PixelLab, it should look something like this. This is the default layout. First thing I'm going to do is tap this trash can icon to get rid of the text, and then I'll use the menu button at the top right corner and select image size. I'm going to change my width to 1920, the size of full HD video, and I'll change the height to 2500 pixels. I'm not sure how large you can make a PixelLab project, but working on a phone, this is probably about as large as you'd want to go. Then tap OK. Now I need to add a text layer, so I'll tap the A icon down in the bottom right corner, and then the plus symbol. Now this is where I want to type all the credits. I'll start with the characters, tap the pencil icon, and type them in right here. Now, so I don't bore you to death with typing out my credits, I've actually put a list of characters from Star Wars Episode 4 into a Google Doc, and I'm just going to copy and paste them from here. So I'll long press on Luke Skywalker here, and I'll select this list and then press copy, and I'll go back over to PixelLab, long press in the text box and tap paste, and then tap OK. Alright, so the text is a little big, so I'm going to scroll down to size, and I'm going to size this so that all of the text fits within the height of the document. Looks like 20 works for me, so I'll press the check mark. Then I'm going to reposition this text off to the right of the frame, just to the right of center. Then I'm going to tap relative position and select bottom. Press the check mark. Next, I'll change the color to a light blue color. This gets a little hard to see, but it's not going to matter in the end. We're going to delete that background. The next thing I want to do is copy this layer. Tap the pencil to edit. I'm going to go back to my Google Doc, and this time I will copy the actor names. Copy, go back to PixelLab, select all, paste, done. Okay. Now I need to go to the align icon, and if you scroll over, just swipe a little bit over and choose align right. Check mark, and we'll reposition this near the other column of text, and then scroll back up to relative position and select bottom. Alright, so there's your list of credits. One last thing I want to do is add the word cast to the top of the list. So I will delete this and type the word cast. Done. Okay. I'll change the color right away to match the other text. And now I want to position this above these two columns and resize it It's helpful here if you zoom in. So tap on that magnifying glass and then use a pinch to zoom motion and drag your view to the top. Now I'll select size and scale this down a bit. And then I'll just position it between these two columns. Don't forget to turn off your magnifying glass or you won't be able to reposition the text. So get that positioned evenly between your two columns. That looks good. And to zoom back out, just tap on the number and it'll go to 100. And then turn off your magnifying glass again. Alright, so your graphic is done. Now we just need to delete this background. The background icon is in the very bottom right corner of the screen. Tap on transparent and you're done. Tap the floppy disk icon to save and save as image. Make sure that you select PNG so you get transparency and then save to gallery. Alright, we are ready to switch over to KineMaster. Go to the beginning of your clip, tap Layer, Media. In here now you should have a PixelLab folder. Select your credits layer and scale the layer up. Then I want to position this so that the top is below the halfway mark. See that red line right there? That's a guide that KineMaster automatically pops up when your layer is centered. That's going to be very important for us as we begin to animate this layer. So just make sure that you start out dead center. Alright, so with that, let's start animating. Tap the keyframe icon on the left here. Now KineMaster is automatically going to put a keyframe at the beginning of your clip. And what that keyframe says is at this time, the position of the layer should be just as it is on the screen. And what we want to do is move ahead in time to the end of the clip, set a keyframe using this plus icon, and then change the position. And we're actually going to drag the layer off the screen upward, making sure that when we let go, that red line shows us that we're still centered, because we don't want the layer to wander from left to right. We want it to stay on that line centered. But now there's a keyframe at the end that says the layer should be up off the screen at this point in time. And then KineMaster is going to animate between those two positions throughout the duration of this clip. So if I scrub through the timeline, you can see this layer animating now. So that's all we need to do in here. Tap animation to go back to the settings menu. And while I'm here, I'm going to set the in animation to fade. And I will set the out animation to fade as well. And then I'm going to play this back so you can see how it'll look. Okay, so as you can see, that's moving way too fast. Here's the interesting thing about KineMaster. With that keyframe pinned at the end of the clip, we can just extend this duration and it's going to stay at the end of the clip. So when I extend the duration of the clip, I also slow down the animation. The end result is that the credits will scroll across the screen more slowly and are much more readable. Let's take a look at that full screen. If you like this tutorial, there's plenty more where that came from in my KineMaster playlist, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel.